So I'm up early. I had breakfast. They went to work, and then I figured I'm still tired, but let me make a video. So I'm checking my email. I've been emailing back and forth with my school, financial aid, the GD spot. So the GD spot emailed me that there will be a payment method on a payment website, online payment or whatever. It's just not public yet. Blah blah. You gotta register, and I can't stand when I get these lines like you gotta register an account at ny.gov, and when you get there, when you log in, it's the same bullshit. It's the same bullshit. So I don't know what that's about. Then they're like, you gotta email us back with your name, your username, blah blah. So I did that, and then how do you not publicize? Is that how you say it? Publicize? How do you not make it public with information like this? How does this information not become public to the public? I don't get it. As far as my school, I'm turned off. I'm turned off, thank God. I'm turned off. They emailed me regarding my financial aid, and they're like, I don't have a certain amount of credits to kind of like waiver the fact that, they can ignore my high school transcript not being provided. Now, I don't know why they keep saying that because I did send it to them. They just don't want to accept it because coming from me, it's unofficial. They wanted to come directly to their registrar's office so that they can claim it's official. And I feel like that's a joke because I went to 2 colleges after that, after I received my GD. So I feel like that should be the waiver enough. Now, it states in the email, if you are unable to procure the high school transcript, there are other recognized equivalents that can be accepted for federal financial aid purposes, such as GD certificate, completed homeschool documentation as defined by state law, transcript showing that an associate's degree has been conferred and acceptable for full credit towards a bachelor's degree, successful completion of at least 60 credit hours that is acceptable for a full credit towards a bachelor's program. Transfer credits are determined by the degree audit team. All of that's some bullshit. Number one, when I spoke to my success coach, she's the one that came up with the idea that my certificate program can be meshed or blended with the fact that I want to get my bachelor's degree in business administration. Now, the fact that they even have me registered in a certificate program based off the classes that I have credits for, it sounds like I'm taking my GD with you, Like, it just don't make no damn sense. And I don't get it. I don't get it. So, when I read conferred in the beginning, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So when I look up conferred, showing me grant or best or have discussions, exchange opinions. So like I said, me and my success coach already discussed this. So how is that not acceptable for full credit towards a bachelor degree? I'm just confused. So I emailed them back with that kind of attitude. Hopefully I get some positive feedback or some shit. But I just don't get it. Why y'all giving me such a hard time? I let them know in the previous email that I'm gonna need some time to this fucking transcript because they talking about 8 to 10 weeks. But hopefully that link could be provided to me and I can get that shit over to them real quick. So it's looking like they're not even trying to register me this week. It's looking like I'm gonna be late 2 weeks at least. That's unfair. You playing with my grades already. I understand that all of this was added into the two list, but I didn't think it was such a big deal. It's a high school GED transcript. Get over it. You as the Department of Ed act like you don't have access to it already. Like y'all wasn't nosy or some shit. And I feel like that shouldn't be an excuse to hold me up. So they want to act like they haven't received anything from financial aid yet. So they basically kicking me out, kind of like I'm not allowed back in until they're getting paid, which has me wondering, did y'all give me an aid also? Like, I mean, I don't get it. And then I got another person in my ear talking about those 2 courses don't go with your degree. When I last spoke to a success coach, she told me that the algorithm course doesn't go with my degree. But because I already knew that and I already mentioned it to the initial success coach, and she still had me registered in that course, now both courses don't go with my degree. I already checked. Statistics goes with business administration in the bachelor's program. I don't see no shit about algorithm. There was no reason why I needed to know algorithm. So half of me doesn't really give a fuck I failed that class. Half of me does because I was starting to pick up what the fuck algorithm was. So I feel like my effort was dismissed. My effort was trash to them. And I really feel they was just bitter because they didn't get paid. So a lot of y'all need to make sure, really check what's going on as far as the instructors giving you your grade. Are they really giving you a grade that you deserve and you earned? Or are they giving you a grade because they just getting paid? Biden that week was saying, public teachers got to get a raise and whatnot. All this extra shit about the changes and all that bullshit. I'm just annoyed. And I don't know why when a student really wants to go to school, because I used to be one of those students that I hated going to school when I was younger. I hated going to school. But I was one of those students that once I am in school and you're teaching me, I'm picking that shit up. I'm understanding, I'm learning, I like learning, I like new things, all that. But I hated going to school. But now as an adult, I want to be in school. They give me a hard time. Like, this is not you. Who is you? This is not you. So that's what gets me upset. And then sure, I feel like I want to give. And that's corny to me. Corny, and then they baby the younger students. Motherfuckers be tight all the time because it's like, yeah, okay, so you treat me like this because I'm getting old. School G. I'm about to be 32 in April. You over here stressing me about a GD. Want to know what I got in my GD? Check your email. I sent that shit. What else do you need the fucking certificate, diploma for? Like, what is right there in your fucking email? It was submitted. You was gonna open it. You open the official one, scan that shit, and put it in my file. So I don't get it. You can't hold that down until the official transcript pull up. Like they don't want to do me no favors. But then it's like, then you guys don't give a fuck if I graduate on time already. You don't give a fuck. You want to get paid, but you don't give a fuck if I'm going to graduate on time. Those are the motherfuckers in the office. If it was me, I'm gonna put this in your file, make sure you bring me your transcript. That's it. That's it. Then you wonder why I'm not in office. They rather judge me because I may look like this, but I'm handling my shit. I'm working. They want to say hi. They want to talk to the kid. But no. She just looks mean. No. She's not even. No. She's not even looking this way. No. She got headphones on. Are you serious? That's what I was going through previous school when I was in the office. Minding my business. Ain't nobody coming in there looking for me. But if you spoke to me over the phone, you got an issue. I mean, your issue being handled. You can show your call is being redirected to the right person. You call me back talking about nobody answers. I'm sorry, I don't tell you. I could transfer you again. I could send an email with your information. They could contact you whenever they can. Like, I can't solve miracles. Like, I'm not a miracle worker. I can't be best. That shit sucks. That shit feels whack. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Running to person for help. For running to person with a complaint. That shit is whack. When you know over a fucking D. Don't make me feel like I should be mad that I got it. Don't make me feel like you would have treated me better just because I would have had a high school diploma. Had I had a high school diploma, you still looking hypocritical. You're still looking whack. So at the end of the day, that don't make me feel less of a person. That actually makes me strong. And eventually, if I have to go to a new school, I'll look for a new school. I'll talk to financial aid, let them know fuck what's going on. And if I feel like I should owe you guys, or if, like I don't get it in my time. When I spoke to the initial success coach, that bitch scheduled me phone call days after the add and drop time frame. Now I mentioned the date, but I wasn't having that in mind. And her being in the office and knowing these dates and these time frames, her job was to remind me, listen, by then the add and drop time frame is over. So you might not be able to change your classes. You might have to stick with them. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of the add and drop like off the top of my head. She should have reminded me as a student, her as in the office, a success coach. Listen, it's too late then. You sure? Okay, I could schedule for that day. That wasn't the case. By the time I had my call on that day, she then told me, and she knew what the fuck we was gonna talk about. She knew that the add and drop time frame was over. So I couldn't change the algorithm class. I knew that shit wasn't going with my degree plan, but I couldn't change it. It was part of the certificate program. And I was trying to get out of the certificate program to get into the bachelor's degree program. But the certificate program had most of the courses that I already took, which would have made my transfer a little easier because then I have my credits from the other school not going to waste. That was the issue. So basically, the certificate program should have really been the associate's program, but they just got it in there as a certificate program. So I'm like, might as well just go straight to the bachelor's, business and administration, since I was already taking science and business. So most of my courses are science and business related, and that's where the confusion came in. I didn't want to let most of my credits go. I wanted them to be transferred in, so I could just take the remaining courses at this school. But she's like, it's too late to drop any classes and add any classes. You might have to talk to financial aid, blah blah blah. I didn't feel like doing all of that, so I'm like, you know what, leave it, because it kind of does go with my personal situation as far as the store goes. Like, it would be nice if I knew some tricks and some shit regarding creating a program, but I know damn well it don't go with my degree program. So I was stressed. I'm like, what the fuck I gotta know how to do a fucking Python program for? And then I failed that class. So I spoke to the other success coach, and she's like, well, you don't really need that don't really go with your degree plan. I'm like, I knew it. She's like, statistics does. Okay. Now I receive another email talking about these courses don't go with your degree plan. Stop playing with me. And if you're saying that, then great. I don't have to take these courses again. But I know for sure statistics goes with business and administration. But if it doesn't, then cool. But it's like, why is that what the previous success coach told me? Why is y'all information not matching up? Why? So in a way, I should be glad that it's not in my degree plan according to this one. But according to the earlier last week, ending of last week, yes, it does. So I would want credit for statistics if it goes with my degree plan. Which means I will have to take it again. But if now this one is saying it doesn't go with my degree plan, then it's basically she's saying I don't have to take it again, then I'm good. I'm still good. But it's annoying knowing that I'm being provided all this different information. So had I been passing, let's say fast forward, I'm having all these credits accumulated. I need to register for graduation. You're gonna come up with some shit. God forbid, you're gonna come up with some shit. These courses don't go with your degree. Like, it don't make no damn sense. And I know all of this drama is because I'm taking online courses. So they feel like they need to get all this emotion out of me as a student. And I don't know for what. Some weird evaluation or some shit. It's annoying. So had I been going to campus, I'm annoyed. This is my face. I'm just annoyed. I need my coffee. I need my iced coffee. I need a croissant or some shit. I'm just annoyed. I don't want nobody in my face being fake. I'm annoyed. Finishing school has been difficult for me. It has been difficult, not because I don't know shit, but because initially I didn't graduate high school. I was pregnant then. I had a baby with a medical condition I needed to tend to. I'm anemic. I'm tired of shit. Prior to my pregnancy, I was walking from home to school almost every day. And then on top of that, I got pregnant again. My kid had the same medical condition as his brother, something I still had to tend to. I was breastfeeding. It wasn't until after I had my second son, I decided let me go get my GED. But the time frame of when I got my GED wasn't my call. It was more of their grandmother's call. She was the one pressing me to go get my GED. And honestly, that's the only reason why I'm really grateful for her. Other than that, not really. Because if it wasn't for her pressing me, I probably wouldn't have gotten my GED. I would have just went straight to work, which is what I did initially. After my first son was 1, I went to work. I was a home health aide. And with home health aide, they gave me my job and I needed to bring my GED certificate when I got my GED, because I told them in the interview that I was planning to get my GED. And that's exactly what I did. But I could have got away with that. So I feel like that's what these motherfuckers is doing. But you see, they gave me a job, and they told me I could come back with a copy of, with my certificate, with my diploma. They gave me my job. I could get paid. I didn't graduate high school. I don't have my GED yet, but I could go get paid. Why wouldn't I keep my word? I don't get it. And so I stopped home health aid after I had my second son. I was breastfeeding, which was hard. I had to go to these cases and help all types of people, but I got milk in my chest. That shit was uncomfortable. And then I went and got my GED. Right after I received my GED, and thank God I got it on the first try, I signed up for school. Unfortunately, I withdrew from school. But I was at work. I was working. And unfortunately, I thought that my position at my job was going to last me. And if anything, later on, I could always go back to school. But it didn't last me as long as I thought it was going to last me. And then I took a break. I wanted time with my kids. I took a break. I felt like I was in and out of their lives. By then I was leaving them with babysitters and shit like that. I needed a break. I needed to stay with my kids. I needed to enjoy my kids a little bit. I was tired. I needed to find myself type shit. And it took me a while. And then a few years later, I went back to home health aid at a different agency, which was paying more and all this extra shit. And then I still wanted to go back to school. I always said I was going to go back to school. Once I got visitation with my kids, years later, I got visitation with my kids. I told my kids, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go back to school. It felt good that while they're with their father, I went back to work. I was able to send them money. I was able to purchase them gifts and all of that. So it felt good again. And I said, you know what? Let me go back to school. And that's what I did. And unfortunately, I met my man. Not unfortunately, but like as far as time stamps and time frames, unfortunately, I met my man. I fell in love. I wanted to live with him. And it was like, hello, ding, ding, ding. This is what you wanted. Let's get it going. And I had to transfer schools and I had to transfer cities. But other than that, I don't know why they're giving me a hard time. I wonder. I should have been done with the previous semester in New York. I should be registering for graduation for June. If I pass my 12 credits, I would be registering for graduation at this point. But that's not the case. And I think that's what pisses me off a little bit. But I feel like in a way I skipped graduation and I'm headed straight for my bachelor's. Now, I'm trying to figure out why they changed from 12 credits. I had earned 12 credits out of 18 for the certificate program. And once I got those 2 Fs, it dropped down back to 9. I had 9 credits initially. Oh, come on. No, I had 6 credits initially. I think that's what it is. I had 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what they did. Okay. I had 6 credits initially when they transferred over my credits from New York. It was 6 out of 18. I forgot. I'm thinking it was 9 out of 18. But now that I'm recapping, I noticed what they did. So I thought it was from 9 over 18 initially, and then it changed once I was registered into these 2 classes to 12 out of 18. But once I failed these 2 classes, it dropped back down to 9 over 18, but it was not 9 over 18. It was 6 over 18, which makes sense because then if it was 6 over 18, adding the 6 credits would mean 12 over 18. And since I failed, then it dropped back down. Instead of someone saying that to me, but someone did answer my email and say, you're correct. You have 9 credits. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out why it dropped from 12 over 18, but it was my mistake. I'm remembering now it was 6 over 18. That shit is confusing. But they got, so I have 9 credits to go as far as my certificate program goes, which is cool. That's like 3 classes. And then I have 30 accumulated credits from my batch for my bachelor's out of I don't know how many credits, but it's a whole bunch of credits. And I really want my diploma. Like, I'm so sick of school. I deserve a diploma. Now, once I'm registered for my next 2 classes, I'm gonna be a nerd. I'm gonna study because I feel like I also failed because I didn't study. Not necessarily because I didn't study. I feel like because they knew I didn't study. If that makes sense. I mean, you can work your way around finding the answers and shit like that. But if they realize you didn't study, then they're gonna fail you. So I'm glad I got that clarified. And obviously, because I'm venting on here, and so I'm thinking about everything that I've been seeing and reading and shit like that. And now it makes sense. Now I feel bad because I'm like pressing her, like, how it dropped from 12 over 18 to 9. I'm confused because I'm like, well, did they only add 1 class? Like, I was really confused. I'm like, well, did they only add 1 class and not the other? That's really what I thought. But now I remember it was 6 over 18. I need a jacuzzi. I need a pool. I need something. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. The following videos I was watching yesterday about these gay rappers, or I had a couple questions. I was thinking about it last night. I slept better than I did the night before. I have a couple concerns. I'm not sure if I'll mention it in this video because then it's going to make this video longer. It's about to be 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to make a video. Yeah, I'll make a new